Sally Elias, and today we're going to be making one of my favorite recipes, chocolate baklava. Now, we've made baklava together before, so you kind of have the basic premise of layering the phyllo dough sheets and putting the nuts on and the simple syrup. But today I'm going to do something that I really like, which is put chocolate all over everything. So I've started layering the phyllo dough sheets 2 at a time with my butter in between. One thing I've done differently lately, I used to do half butter, half vegetable oil. Now I do just a cup of butter. It makes it much richer. A little bit more prone to burning the edges of the phyllo dough, but it actually tastes really good if you can watch your baklava while it's in the oven, make sure it doesn't burn. So we've got our cup of butter. We've got our phyllo dough sheets, and like I said, I've started layering them 2 at a time with basting in between. And then, as usual, I've got my 2 cups of chopped walnuts here with a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla. And then what I've done here is about 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips with a tablespoon of shortening, so your solid shortening, and then I melted it at 30-second intervals in the microwave, and kept stirring in between until I got it to a nice, melted consistency, and you'll see what we're going to do with this in a minute. So let me finish layering the last couple of sheets of phyllo dough on this half of our phyllo dough. It has this half of our baklava. My sheets have gotten a little bit dried out, but you know what? It's no big deal. They can be saved because we're going to drizzle with butter as usual. And that's our first half of the baklava. So now we're going to put our nuts. Now remember, if your phyllo dough sheets start drying out, it's no big deal. We get a damp towel, we put it over it, and that'll moisten them up again. Okay, so we're just going to help these sheets out a little bit. Now we're going to put our 2 cups of walnuts on first. This is the chopped walnuts with the vanilla and sugar. I like to do a lot of walnuts. All right, so I like to make that layer really nice and thick. You could even do another cup if you wanted to. You could grind them, make it like walnut dust basically, but I like it about halfway chopped, a coarse chop. Okay, make sure you get it to the edges so that every piece has walnuts in it. All right, here's the fun part. Chocolate. So just throw that chocolate around. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle all over. Don't worry about making a mess, because everybody loves chocolate all over, right? And then we're also going to do this on the top, and I'll show you that a little bit later. I'm going to do a quick job here. Make sure we got chocolate all over. Okay? And this, remember, this will spread out even more once you put the top sheets and bake them in the oven. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep basting, I'm going to keep layering and basting my phyllo dough sheets until I get, to the top half done. And then just like we learned before, we're going to cut them into the 2-inch by 2-inch little diamonds and bake them in the oven at 350 for about 20-25 minutes until the tops get golden. We're going to cut out now. We'll see you back in a few minutes with our baklava all done and out of the oven. See you soon. Hi, welcome back. So we got the baklava out of the oven. We poured the simple syrup first. And so we poured all the simple syrup on while the baklava was hot. And I remember the syrup is cool when the baklava is hot and we pour it right on. Then the next step was I started sprinkling more chocolate on top. The same chocolate I used for in between the layers, I'm putting now on top. Got a lot of chocolate on there, but I'm just going to keep putting some more because everybody loves the chocolate on the baklava. So just a flick of the wrist. And you're just going to spread that chocolate all over, and doesn't matter how it looks because it tastes great. Okay? After you finish putting your chocolate on there, what you're going to do is you can either put it in the fridge for about 5 minutes and let the chocolate harden up, or if you just leave the baklava out, it'll be hardened up in about an hour. Now, you've added the simple syrup already, remember? So the pan is still a little bit hot. You're going to put the chocolate on top. So it's going to all take time to cool off. Give it that time to cool off and for the chocolate to harden. And then you're good to go. All right? So this is our beautiful chocolate baklava. It's going to be so delicious for us to eat. And we will see you in the next episode. Bilhana wa shifa.